show. Welcome back. Lacy McDonald in. You know, we said we were going to do this on Friday, and I forgot.
That's all right. I'm going to think the rest of the day is Wednesday because I'm here right now.
Shoot, yeah. I'm going to be going, man, I can't believe I got 2 more days of work this week. How was life at the old La Biblioteca? See what I threw at you?
Yes. I had a moment where I wasn't sure.
I think they're messing with something.
Okay. If I die in this building, I'm going to be pretty upset about it. This isn't where I wanted to haunt.
I don't think they went off.
Okay. There was an alarm going off.
Fire alarm.
Fire alarm.
Now triggers the entire mass response. I think that's what happens every time that button goes off. Like the entire force shows up down here.
Oh, so like firefighters are going to show up and make sure we're okay?
I think so.
Well, that's good.
It's like
nice. Shout out to the fire department.
The RB panic button. Hitting it right under the desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a week. It wouldn't have surprised me any if this building was on fire, to be quite honest with you.
If it is, this is going to be like such a horrific interview to watch later when they're like...
Joking about... Oh, no. Yeah, no, I've honestly, like, if face palms and groans were like a definition of how was your week, it would totally be that. Just...
Well, I feel like it would still be going off if it was a real...
Oh, yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Well, who knows? It's a 100-year-old building, Lacey. Not trying to worry you.
At least we're not involved.
Not trying to think positively here, you know.
No. Happy Friday!
How has your experience with Pavlova Gavati?
Okay, so this is a piece of sheet music.
Oh.
That Anna Pavlova or Pavlo... sometimes it's spelled with a V, sometimes with a W. Pavlova. And it was probably Anna Pavlova. Anna Pavlova. She's a very, very famous dancer. Ballet dancer.
Okay.
Well, she did other things too. But she made this dance famous. And that's why I have a picture of her and the sheet music for one of the dances that they talked about doing in this performance that the Alton YWCA did in May of 1926. They called it the May Frolic. It was at Spalding Auditorium on May 21st, 1926. And the YWCA's Physical and Health Education Department staged the program. And they had...
So it was fake? Thank you. That was great. Thank you. I felt the dryness in the air after I made that joke. Yeah. Like, I just felt like everyone watching this show right now go,
Not even a groan, just like,
Yeah.
It was like I had like a mental Rolodex of definitions of words that took me a second to go through it to get to the right
She goes, how the hell do you think of these things? And I go, honestly, it's scary. I don't know. Yeah. It just kind of pops up and I don't think. I just say it.
You know what? That's
how I get arrested. No,
this is such a sidebar. But
I'm surprised I haven't gotten hit in the face yet. You know?
Speaking of being hit in the face, no. After my concussion a couple years ago, I didn't have automatic responses anymore. It was like everything I had to think about before I said, and then as I was healing, it took months, but I all of a sudden started saying things before I had thought about it. And it was such a relief. So when that goes away, it's really scary. And then when it comes back, it's really nice.
Well, I bet. That's actually a really fascinating thing to talk about.
Yeah.
You're too young for such bad dad jokes. That's pretty damn good. But I don't know. I just... that was actually so funny. It took me off my train of thought.
Who's saying that?
I don't know. I think Mike Batchelor did, actually, because my phone, it does this weird thing where, like, sometimes it shows me who's texting me, and sometimes it just shows me, it's a weird...
Oh.
I got one of those weird things going on. Weird stuff. Anyway.
Yes.
Back into... I'm just so distraught. What was I talking about?
Well, we were talking about the May Frolic, and we were talking about head injuries.
Oh, head injuries.
So, both of those.
Both at home. Who?
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, going into this, I think it's so cool that, there was events like this where you draw in renowned people. And,
she wasn't there.
Oh. I thought she was there.
CJ clearly read the article today.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Thank you. I don't know why that made me like trigger like my memory here, but the reason I'm getting at that is because like for the longest time they would ask me, like everyone would like upstairs and after the show, like, oh, who'd you have on the show today? And I'm like, I don't really remember, to be quite honest with you. But the worst part is whenever I do an interview and I have no idea what the hell we talked about for 15 minutes. And I think it's like just a trigger, like how, you know, like some people are just athletes and they hit home runs. Yes. I think mine is just conversation.
Yeah, you're on autopilot because you couldn't always.
Estella has gotten me to the point I have so little sleep. Like last night, I am losing the toddler bed cry. I hate to tell her this. We're going to declare war. I'm actually going to sign an executive order in my house, and we're going to reinstall the crib. And she is going to have to do sleep training because I can't.
We did sleep training with both kids.
Well, we're going to have to. Like, I dropped the bed down, and that's fine, but I put the toddler lean-in thing in where she can get it, and I can't do it. I'm just to the point where I'm just like, every day I feel like Mike Tyson punched the living heck out of me in the face.
Yeah, it gets dangerous. I remember when my son was about 6 months old, he was the worst sleeper ever. He's fantastic now. Oh, is he? He was the worst sleeper ever. And I almost drove off the road. Like I was driving and I caught myself falling asleep. And it was just in Alton. Like it's not like I was on a road trip. Like I had a 5-minute drive and I almost went off the road and we started sleep training.
How many days did times I tell you, like we are so blessed. Estella sleeps through the night, no problems. The moment we drop that bed down, it's like she knows she can get out of bed and she comes. Last night she did it and normally I can get her back to sleep, but somebody decided to watch movies and to give her M&Ms.
Was it you?
It was not me. It was not me. And I'm not saying that's what kept our daughter up until 2 a.m, but I am saying that led to a good portion because she slept for an hour and a half and woke up. And then like she was doing this thing where she knew I was going to put her in her crib. So the moment she fell asleep, she would take her hand and smack herself in the head and wake herself up and kick her legs and like just start laughing. And I'm like, serenity now, you know. It was so bad. So anyway, going into tying the long story up before we go into your article finally is that I like most days I'm like, yeah, I totally don't remember what I was talking about on the show. I just say things.
Well, it works.
I just get lucky. It's not.
I think it's practice and experience and your natural like charisma and all that. Get you through.
Some people call it charisma. Some other people call it annoyance.
Well, they don't have to watch the show then.
That's true. Please watch the show. All right, 100 years ago, the YWCA, this was a long lead-in, hosted the May Frolic dance performance. Mm-hmm. See, the Pavlova?
Well, okay.
It's a W.
You're trying to go to the... Yes. So that is an old spelling of... It's a Russian name.
Gotcha. Okay. So that's where I'm getting it wrong here.
And it's not wrong. It's just that the traditional spelling at this point is Pavlova, but
I'm pronouncing as I feel like George Bush would pronounce something.
Well, I mean, it does have
a W.
It has a W in some of the spellings, and it has a V in some of the spellings, and so it just happens to have a W in this. But let's get away from her for a second because she was not here.
I know. I keep going into a point that has no point. I'm like, let's talk about this lady.
Well, I will talk about the picture, and I will talk about her, but it just comes in at the very, very end of the story since she.
I will hold my thought on this. False advertisement.
Okay, so they had this dance performance downtown Alton. The first half of the program, which was described as natural rhythm and dances, which I wasn't sure if that was like a nice way to say these children are too young to be able to do anything on stage that actually looks like a traditional dance. They're just, spinning in circles or whatever, because these were 3 to 6 year olds. So they're not up on toe shoes or anything. And so they had, I don't know how many kids, but it said all of the smaller children taking part were as much at home in their parts as could be expected, which again, doesn't say that they were good, but does kind of say like they were good for being 4-year-olds on a stage. And
it's a nice way to put it.
Yeah. There was,
or you could have just said they were great without being.
They did their parts as expected, as could be expected.
They did phenomenal. period.
Well, that's why I wonder how well they did, because this is the Telegraph. They would always say things like the best performance that has ever happened.
Like all these articles, you're right. Like it was extravaganza.
Yes.
Like you thought AI was bad. Look at the head. Like everything was perfect. A lot of things. It had to be awful.
Right. So if they didn't say that I think this
I
had
agree
to be
with you.
awful.
I completely agree with you.
Yeah, I am sure it was adorable. I bet it was the cutest thing ever, because little kids dancing. I once saw one of the best moments of my life. I once saw a 2 or 3 year old dancing to a car alarm. Like a car alarm went. We were in Chicago. This is when we live in Chicago. A car alarm went off, and then there's this toddler just dancing to the car alarm, and I was like, "That's how I want to live my life."
While everyone's robbing your things, you're just.
I don't think that was part of it. That would really give a twist to that pleasant memory.
Honestly, they might look at you and go, you know what? Put the stuff back. They got it all figured out here.
Yeah. This person enjoys life too much to rob their car. Anyway, there was one boy in the program.
Sorry, that was great. I like this. This is a good article.
Thank you. Thank you. And his name was Harold Eister. And he did his part well. And then they said, while Bernice Miller and Kathleen Hindman did credibly as leaves at play, which I loved that phrasing, like they were very believable as leaves. Super
Who was
convincing.
reviewing this? You know, they have Gene Shalit down there.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, are you saying they danced it credibly? Like
were they leafing around?
Right,
or were
like
they just like
leaves, no wind. No,
gentle breeze.
Right, like were they convincing as leaves, or were they is leaves at play like a well enough known dance that they performed a well-known dance?
All I'm imagining right now is The Jerk with Steve Martin, and like how he would be as the leaf, and like what I like the Telegraph. They danced as a hurricane approached. You know, like what would be the why is it worded?
Honestly, that's why I use quotes so much. Sometimes I feel like my articles are just
great.
One quote, broken up, but the language is so
fascinating.
Good. It's so
is.
good. And you don't want to, like in a situation like this, I don't want to make an assumption that it is one way or the other. And this way you can say, okay, we don't know if they were talking about it as leaves, convincing as leaves, or convincing as this famous dance.
Do we know who wrote this article by chance?
No. I get that newspapers mostly don't have a specific author for each article, but man, I would love to know.
Like, there's sometimes I just want to ask so many questions.
Well, and I could have a favorite reporter and not even know it.
So right, 1,000%. So the May Frolic did begin 8:15 p.m. That was noted.
8:15 p.m., which feels late for a children's
in
dance
1926
performance.
without a lot of lights.
Yeah.
How you getting home?
Well, in your automobile.
Did everyone
Good
have
luck.
cars?
No, there were streetcars and stuff then too.
Ah, that's right.
So, or they walked. But yeah, when I danced for my whole childhood, and our performance was at like 10 a.m. on a Saturday.
And then you were still there until 7 p.m. if you had.
No, I didn't do that kind of dancing.
Okay.
No, I never did competition. I did like very traditional ballet and then very traditional jazz, where we had a performance of a ballet, like the performance of the ballet Cinderella
that's
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then it was
I like that.
It was like a show.
It's not dance
cohesive,
moms.
not dance.
You know,
moms.
I met that lady. Not
Did
Abby
you
Lee
really?
Miller, though, the evil lady, the Candy Apples lady.
Ooh.
She was okay.
Well,
I could tell that she was very creeped out by my presence, though. Like, I knew that she was...
So you were the villain in this situation.
I was. Like, you could tell she was like, he watches the show, he hates me. And I'm like, no, I'm getting a picture with this son. You know, like, I deserve this. I have paid salaries for this show.
No, I had ballet once a week, jazz once a week, and then end of the year performance.
I didn't realize that, like some of those competitions, I mean, you're there at 7 a.m. and you're there.
Yeah.
Get a hotel.
Yes. No, my experience was not like that.
And soccer and all that, it's really not that hard. Like, you just go into a tournament, you might have 3 games a weekend, but you're there for an hour a day. Everyone can squeeze that, but I don't know. Some of these things you need fast passes to.
Yeah. Well, and we've kind of made the rule, at least for now, that Parks and Rec is great, school, sports, that kind of thing we're doing, but we're not doing travel, anything, because then in our family, it would be that one kid, it was all their stuff, and then the other one just got dragged along for it. So I can drag them to,
right,
Glazebrook, but
and you're got perfect age right now where you're able to play whatever sport you want, learn what you love, and if you want to keep doing it, great, and if not, that's okay too. But man, some of these things early on, it's whew.
Yeah.
Anyway, any hoodles. The program ended with Miss Margaret O'Neill as Prince Charming.
We haven't gotten through the other dances.
Oh, sorry.
You want to hurry?
No.
Yeah, do we have to wrap this up?
No.
All right. So
what were the other dances besides this Pavlova Gavate?
So the second part of it, after the little kids, I assume these are slightly older kids, did Italian, Russian, and Spanish dances. And there was a Russian dance, the Hopak. That's the one where you get really low and do the feet kicking out thing.
Wait.
I don't think I can. And you're yeah.
I wonder if I can get my leg down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need a doctor.
I'm impressed.
Let me fill you in on OSF Healthcare, the prompt care office.
Right.
But no, so how long do you think it took everyone to rehearse and get ready for
Well, they had a dress rehearsal the day before. I don't know, probably several months.
I wondered that, because this is a lot of work. This is a whole day of this is a big event.
It is a big event, and they had. It was the first year they had. American Clog. Oh, and then there were some dances where I couldn't figure out if I was supposed to know what it was or not. They had vignette, Columbine, Pompadour, and a balloon dance.
I have a Pompadour.
You do have a Pompadour, but I don't know what the dance is.
Probably very flowy.
Very flowy, yeah, very tall.
Very stiff with hairspray.
And a balloon dance. And I didn't know, with that one, I didn't know if a balloon dance was a specific type of dance or if they were literally up there with balloons. And when I, tried to look it up, I didn't get very far. So all those. And then the point class, so the toe shoe class, did Snowflakes. And then they had a waltz number to the song Merry Widow and a little jazz dance. And then we get to Miss Margaret O'Neill as Prince Charming, meeting the May Queen. And then it said the pair danced the Gavotte Directeur to the music of Glowworm. The Gavotte was made famous by Russian prima ballerina Anna Pavlova. She was principal artist of the Imperial Russian Ballet and Ballet Russe, and Johns Hopkins University digitized the sheet music. And this was really cool. I could not figure out what photo was going to be in here, and I always try to have something.
Yeah.
And I finally found this sheet music, and it answered a question for me, because it said that Margaret O'Neill and played the May Queen, Flora Damas, did this dance to the music of Glowworm. But I didn't know if that was what you normally did or if that was an artistic choice in the May Frolic. So when I found this sheet music that had the Pavlova Gavotte with Glowworm as the music, I was like, oh, okay, it does always go together. So this is a cohesive thing. It wasn't an artistic choice of the YWCA.
Yeah.
It was how you traditionally did this dance. And I found a bunch of pictures of Anna Pavlova in costume of it. There was a really interesting costume. It was a 2-person dance. And she's really interesting too. I didn't write much about her, but was
she related to Nostra?
Is this a joke? Because I don't know what it...
Her name was Flora Damas. Nostradamus.
Oh, well, I was talking about Pavlova.
Oh, Pavlova. I was back to the Alton
You're back
people.
to Damas. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was ready for the
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had already gone, the train had already left.
Yep. Okay.
But,
Pavlova was very interesting.
She was super interesting. She helped. So at the time, ballet was really concentrated in Russia, and not a lot of people outside, the imperial court even got to see it. So she, along with other dancers, tried to bring it out into the world more and make it more accessible for just everyday people. And she was very successful at it. So I was a big fan of everything I read about her. I'm going to read more.
I just think it's very fascinating. My takeaway culturally.
Okay.
We went from the Pavlova Gavotte, the glowworm, the dance sensation of the day,
Yes.
to Gangnam Style.
How did we get here? You know what I love? You know those like videos where one person does the different styles of dances like through a century?
Yeah.
So we would go from this to Gangnam Style.
Yeah. Here we go. I mean, like, I don't know. How far have we come?
Or
how far back have we gone?
How far back have we gone?
You tell me.
Well, and there was one more thing in this that they mentioned. The day after the performance, they took photos of all of the dancers in costume and put it in a memory book at the YWCA. And I have no idea how long this existed, if it still exists, but my gosh, those would be phenomenal photos.
We got to get a hold of the YWCA.
Well, I'll ask them, but if anybody like has anything like this in their basement, or like their grandmother brought it home and
yeah, sorry. Continue. I got it.
Oh, just bring it to me and I'll digitize it.
Yeah, please do. Also, I got to tell you this. I'm starting a new campaign.
Okay.
We've got to get a Lyman Trumbull statue. Okay. And hear me out.
All right.
I want to do a actual...
I know.
I wanted to do an actual, like a little type of park-esque thing. Hear me out.
Okay.
There are so many famous people that have lived in Alton or have like experienced like Luther Ingram spent most of his childhood in Alton. A lot longer than Miles Davis did and all that.
Okay.
I love Miles Davis statue. Not saying like we shouldn't have just so anyone's like, rah,
there are more people.
That.
Yeah.
But there's a ton of people.
Yeah.
Lyman Trumbull should have a statue. The fact that this man does not have a statue is just very fascinating to me. I really just don't understand how we don't have that. We have Douglas, but we just don't have Trumbull.
Well, we only have Douglas because of Lincoln.
Yeah, but
we wouldn't have Douglas on his own.
I know.
That would be crazy.
That would be very crazy work. But I just like, to me, it's like Trumbull. You know, I get Abe Lincoln. I love him to death, honest Abe, but I like Lyman Trumbull a lot. I want a monument park. I think Alton should have like a little like walking area that's like not even a half of a block, but there's just statues and things that are there of all the people, and we can put it in one centralized location. You can still go to all the other actual historical original places, but to have just like one place to say, here are the icon row.
Well, so far it's all men. So,
it shouldn't be.
Right.
So that's what I was just saying Trumbull because, you know, like...
I love...
But I was talking about
Lyman Trumbull.
Like all the like people that we can really think about that deserve a statue and like their historical ties, just to do it. And now it's going to be a couple $1 million. Every bit of this.
Yeah.
But if we take it just one step at a time here, I think we're on to something. We're onto a tourist attraction.
I think you could get there because you really want this Lyman Trumbull statue.
I do. And I just want to, I think everyone deserves a statue, to be quite. I think that we both should have one outside.
Is this the groundwork for your eventual statue?
I'm not saying that this is my version of a presidential library. I'm glad that you're on to that. I'm just saying it would be nice eventually.
Eventually.
You know? And maybe the last one.
Well, it's
right
like
in the center of it all.
I leave breadcrumbs in... I do. In historical records like RiverBender, the Telegraph, other places, the library for sure, so that I can be portrayed in Vintage Voices someday.
See, I like Monument Park, though. Yeah. We could have about 10 statues, I think.
Okay.
What do you think?
Where is it going to be?
I don't know. I haven't gotten that far.
Something to think about.
Got it. Right on Pysol. There's like a whole stretch of like you can't really put anything in the ground there. It's just sitting there, or you can do it closer to the bridge. But we got to have it in downtown.
We can just have statues greeting people on the bridge.
If we can get us up to kind of match us here, Monument Park right there on the campus.
I think we've got some things to think about.
If anyone wants to write me a check for $15 million right now, I will have this done within a year. It'll be incredible. 1010, Lacy, always great talking to you.
You too.
Hey, we'll take a quick break. Woods River Main Street joins us next. We'll get all the details on them. And then Rob Linhart joins us from Mac's new location opening in Belleville.
Okay.
We'll get all the details on that and more.